I didn't actually go to mainstream schools as a kid. So if you're not from the UK, a mainstream school is considered like a normal school, like what most kids go to. But I went to like a special school because basically I was the kid that was the naughty kid. You know, I wasn't listening to the teachers. I'd run away from class. I would always not listen in class. I was always doing the bad things from a young age of like 6 or 7 years old. And eventually, this led to me being actually kicked out of multiple primary schools, so and multiple mainstream schools. So eventually, when I was kicked out, my one of the teachers that I had said to my mum, you know, boys like this tend to go to juvenile prison. They tend to go to prison. They don't really do a lot in society, and basically, there's no fucking hope for this kid. And a lot of the teachers and a lot of the doctors who try to push to put me on meds, to put me on Ritalin, to sort of like dumb me down. But thank the Lord, Mum, thank you so much for this. My mum constantly said, no, he is not taking medication. My son's not taking medication. He's not doing this. No matter how much they pestered my mum, she always said no. Even when I was in, I eventually got into like a special school because I have Asperger's, I have autism. But eventually, I got into a primary school and then a secondary school, and they were still trying to push for these meds, for me to be taking these meds. My mum always said no, and I'm very grateful for that. The thing is with these meds, right, because I eventually worked at the secondary school that I went to, right, and I had to give some of the children their medication. Now, the thing is, before they take their medication, they are literally the most vibrant character, okay? Yes, they were a little bit naughty, right? But they look like vibrant, they're themselves, they're energetic, they're funny, they're laughing, they're all like, they're just them. Do you know what I mean? They're their unique character. But then they take their medication and then they literally become zombies. They literally become this, I don't know, docile, bland version of themselves. And now looking at it, I'm even more appreciative because I literally could have been that child. My whole personality could have been suppressed if I just took this one pill every single day. I would have been less energetic. I would have been less likely to actually develop my own characteristics and stuff because I would have been so suppressed by these fucking drugs. And I think it's an absolute joke that they think that every single child should go through the same educational system. Think about it, right? They genuinely think that every single child is fit for the same educational system. How retarded is that? That's so stupid. And when a kid doesn't fit normal profiles of a kid, doesn't want to sit down in a class for 6 hours, doesn't want to sit at a desk fucking learning all this bullshit and algebra and all this dumbass stuff, bro, that it literally doesn't matter in real life. In actual real life scenarios does not matter. You're considered like a different kid, and you're basically outcasted as like different child. A bad child because you're a naughty boy because you don't play by the rules, yeah? Then they put you on medication and then it fucks with your whole future because it changes everything about you. It changes your hormones, it can change your moods, it can change everything about you. And I think it's absolutely scuffed, to be honest. I think it's retarded. And I think the fact that the government pushes this so hard, like, as soon as a kid's like slightly naughty, they're like, yep, medicate him, put him on meds. We can't have him like that because he doesn't fit the normal description. He can't sit down he can't sit down at a desk. That kid is not normal. Let's just give him some Ritalin and then he's good. Like, that sounds like a great idea, right? And as a kid, I felt so bad because I was like, maybe I'm not like everyone else. Like, I'm so different. I'm a weirdo because I was rejected by mainstream schools. I was told that I was different to everyone around me. But now I see that as a blessing. Like, why the fuck would I want to be like everyone else? You see the 99% of people, how NPC like they are. Everyone just goes through their normal life. Just pay my bills, do this, do that. I am so grateful. Thank you, God, for creating me this way. The fact that I'm different. Do you know what I mean? Imagine if I was like everyone else. How boring is that, man? How boring is that? It's stupid. And the fact that the government and the pharmaceutical industry tries to iron that out of you because you don't fit the normal way of life. They just give you some drugs and stuff like that to make you like a normal individual. It winds me up. It's so crazy. My life would be completely different if I took these drugs, and I'm so grateful that I never got put on meds. They were pushing so hard for me to get put on meds, and I would not be where I am today if I took them drugs. I'm massive on that because I would just be a completely different person. I'd be a zombie. Do you know what I mean? I also think it gives these children a wrong impression of like, if there's something wrong in your life, just take a pill, like, and then it's absolutely fine. It's just crazy, I really dislike the whole thing. It really pisses me off that like these children that are not fit for the educational system, the mainstream educational system, the normal way of life, they're considered different and they're given a pill just to suppress their true character. It's quite crazy because I was actually deep in this. Like, my life would be very different if I took medication. I think it's quite an interesting thing to talk about because I think people are actually starting to wake up to how the educational system is and how the NHS just like prescribes children with all these crazy labels, and then they need to give them the medication to stop them being like the normal cells, and it fucking annoys me, man. It's annoying. But yeah, mum, thank you for not putting me on fucking meds, because now as an adult, I'm actually able to see that I've actually been blessed. Do you know what I mean? I'm different, bro. I'm different to literally most people. I'm able to think of things differently, and I have characteristics that have massively benefited my life and helped me become a very successful individual because I've embraced my superpower, bro. It's a fucking superpower. Like, most people are just normal. Like, imagine not having autism, bro, or ADHD. Like, imagine that. Like, you're a loser if you don't even have that, mate. But yeah, I've essentially got a superpower, mate. Like, how cool is that? And these motherfuckers, right, they try suppressing that from me. They try taking that away from me. But my mum said no. And I've really embraced it, you know, what I have, and the different ways I think, and the personality I have. And I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, these motherfuckers try taking that away from me, and I'll never trust the pharmaceutical companies ever, or most of the NHS guidance, because it's absolute crap and they don't actually care about you and they just want to put you on medication. So fuck them. But boys, thank you all for watching the video. I don't know if this video was valuable, but I just like ranting about certain things sometimes, get things off my chest, and it was a thought I had. I think it's an interesting thing to talk about, because these motherfuckers, bro, try to put me on medication, and I would not be where I am today if they did that. But thank you all for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video and sub to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.